I've watched my nephews, nieces, and friends of children grow up understanding Shona, but when you ask them to say something or to respond, they freeze. Or not even understanding a single word of Shona at all, yet both parents are Shona. It's not that the kids are lazy. It's just that Shona doesn't matter to them. Shona is not cool. English is sophisticated. French is chic and romantic. German is impressive. Mandarin is the future. But Shona, and the parents felt it too. Then they stopped insisting. They stopped reinforcing. They stopped trying. They stopped correcting. And therein lies the problem. And that is how identity is lost. Before you know it, it's gone. So I've become that auntie who made it matter. The one who always insists on them at least trying once in a while. I've been teaching Shona for over 20 years, with some successes and some failures. And you will see that where it fails is for those who really have absolutely no interest in the language or think it's not important. But those who want to gain their identity and learn, I've always been there for the past 20 years, learning how to teach Shona better and getting to the point where people can feel proud of themselves and who they are because of their Shona identity. It started off with 1 or 2 kids in my community, and now it's thousands of you online and in person. And that's because language isn't just about communication. It's about identity. It's about belonging. And those two things are not optional. If you want to start or help someone you love to start, I have recently created an app called Mazwi. Links in the description and bio. And it's a spaced repetition vocabulary app. The first step is learning the words so that you slowly but surely begin to understand the culture and what it means to be Shona. Tonan.